The genteel middle-class suburb of Wimbledon is known basically for its common, which begat those litter-gathering creatures, the Wombles, and its tennis fortnight. But it's also the home of a lesser-known and far less fashionable institution, Wimbledon Football Club. Last Saturday, outside Wimbledon's ground in Plough Lane, the Dons, as they're known, are at home to Exeter City. Lying second in the third division, Wimbledon are celebrating the most successful period in their history. A large crowd could be expected, but only 3,000 supporters trickled through the turnstiles. Exeter were watched with pessimistic intensity by their manager Jerry Francis, one-time England captain and First Division player. There was a police presence, but it hardly seemed necessary here. It was a frustrating game that tried the patience of the youngest of supporters. Even they felt they could play better. Wimbledon were to continue their winning ways with a 2-1 victory. Their first goal came from a Glyn Hodges corner for Kevin Gage to score. And it was a Hodges free kick which led to the second goal, flicked in by Steve Hatter. By Monday morning, some of Wimbledon's players, notably Gary Peters, their captain, were feeling the physical after-effects of Saturday's match. Meanwhile, Dave Bassett, the Wimbledon manager and part-time insurance broker, prepares his men for the Oxford match. He only has a squad of 16 who earn an average £120 a week. 6 of them the result of his youth policy. Most of the others signed on free transfers. As for Bassett, is he annoyed at an average crowd of just 3,000 watching his winning team?
That's a bone of contention. I mean, I've moaned and groaned about it, and obviously the whole club and the players have as well. We've done our part. I mean, we've scored 69 goals this year. We've led in 52, so that's 121 goals being sort of seen if you've watched Wimbledon, which isn't bad. That's 4 a game. So, I mean, really, that does kill the myth somewhat that if you provide goals and entertainment, the crowds come flocking in. They really come to see a team that wins, and we've also been doing that. So, really, there's something wrong with the Wimbledon area, really.
But it's off the pitch at the Wimbledon ground that the real money is being made. With gates of just over 3,000 on a Saturday, it's obvious that Wimbledon need other activities to survive. For example, they own this pub, The Sportsman, which is just outside the ground. And everything you drink and eat here in this excellent ploughman's lunch earns Wimbledon Football Club profit. The pub does good business, and that's good news for Wimbledon, because even when the team is successful, it cannot keep the club afloat. A variety of fundraising efforts are needed to do that.
As well as the pub, we also have got our nightclub and 4 other bars. Now, the nightclub runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday to capacity, and Monday and Wednesday we're building it up, so it's quite a successful business there. And that makes us certainly a few £100s each week. We have the other 2 bars which bring in money from darts, fixtures, etc. And then we have, which I run every 6 weeks, a sporting club, which is a dinner jacket and dinner, obviously, with guest celebrity speakers. And we get about 120, 150 people into our nightclub, and we probably make about £1,000. Now, I know these figures probably don't sound much to the bigger clubs, obviously, but to us they all add up. And they mean that at the end of the year, we've helped balance the books.
But with commerce, not football, paying Wimbledon's bills, is it in the end worth keeping the football team going at all?
Now that the football side is establishing itself more as a financial good activity. And we hope then that the other side, the commercial side, will only be sort of a garnish on the dish of the football, because the football is now producing the right financial results. I don't say in a very generous way, but they are producing, which I think may be first time for some time in the club. So it is changing.
One way Little Wimbledon can hope to fill the empty terraces of Plough Lane is to get promotion from the third division. And that looks quite likely at the moment. They're lying second and winning quite a few games. But if they do get promotion, then they'll be faced by a whole load of new problems.
Well, I mean, the ground for a start is well under for safety, so there'd be quite a lot of money involved there to cope with better crowds, and obviously there'd be segregation necessary, so there'd be money needed in that respect. Obviously the players would deserve increases, but we would still live within our means, irrespective of whether we were competing with bigger teams or not, really, and we would cope.